Hey everybody, Jeffrey Scott here again. Just wanted to bring you this, I think this is our first installment of definitions, what I call definitions for regenerative medicine. And the goal of this program is just simply to roll out maybe once or twice a week terminology and verbiage and phraseology that can contribute to a higher level of understanding of regenerative medicine. And if you're interested in regenerative medicine, whether you're a physician or whether you're a prospective patient, maybe this can help you, and maybe this can clarify some things and at least get some terms into your vernacular so that you can ask certain questions or explain certain things. So today is something that I've just really gotten into lately, and it's starting to study the process of aging. Now, I'm not a PhD, I'm not a researcher or anything like that. I just like to study the data that's out there and study a lot of documents that are out there and try to understand the aging process. And something that I've come across that is really just really grabbed my interest is the concept of senescence. So senescence is this cellular state where the cell is metabolically metabolically active. It's still respirating, but it's not going to proliferate. It's not going to divide. They often call these zombie cells. Okay, that's kind of a term you see in the literature quite a bit. Now, senescence, is it bad? Not necessarily. We all have genes in our body called proto-oncogenes. Okay, and these are precursors to cancerous genes that we have in all of our cells. It's hardwired into all of our DNA. And a mutation, which could happen in a proto-oncogene, leads to expression of what they call an oncogene, which can lead to cancerous regulators being produced and push that cell into a cancerous type of phenotype. Okay, so when the cell senses that, there are very complex pathways that sense these type of aberrations in transcription. Your DNA translated from DNA to RNA, okay? Those changes, anything that doesn't make a lot of sense, the cell has the wherewithal to just call a timeout and say, okay, stop. Okay, we can't do this anymore. That's what senescence is. So in that respect, it's a good thing. But what does that cell want to do then? It wants to call. Who is it going to call? It's going to call the immune system. And it does that by secreting pro-inflammatory factors into the microenvironment, okay? This, to recruit regulatory immune cells to shake hands with those cells, and then they make a determination based on what they're seeing biochemically, right? To either lyse the cell, push that cell into a pathway of cell death, or they just kind of move on and let that senescent cell be as it is. Now, this does two things. If you're interested in regenerative and restorative medicine, okay, in this concept that biology can heal biology, if you have a large number of senescent cells in a tissue, they're metabolically active, they're respirating, they're competing for nutrients and cell signaling molecules with adjacent, very vibrant, youthful cells that can proliferate and do all the things that we require our cells to do for normal tissue and organ function collectively. So, coupled with the local immune response that you're getting, the hyperinflammatory response, getting at that level, can cause a lot of problems, particularly if you're talking about senescent cells in blood vessels that are causing an inflammatory reaction in the walls of your blood vessels. That can lead to problems, okay, as we all know. So the concept of cellular senescence is an important one, especially in those that are looking into aging science. And from a regenerative medicine standpoint, getting rid of those senescent cells and giving your lively, vibrant cells the opportunity to do what they need to do, okay? And get a higher concentration of the nutrients and sustenance that they need is going to be beneficial. So what I encourage all of you to do that might be listening to this is consider, first of all, if you're considering getting some sort of interventional regenerative treatment, definitely talk to your doctor about prepping your body for that. And using an anti-senolytic formulation might be the right answer. Again, consult with your physician before trying any of that stuff, okay? There's many over-the-counter compounds, all natural, vegetarian type stuff. You can get it from your diet as well. There's a number of different compounds you can get from fruits and veggies, although you gotta eat quite a few of them to get really a clinically relevant concentration. But nevertheless, take that into consideration, okay? So with that being said, that is cellular senescence as I see it. Again, I'm not a physician, I'm not a scientist by any stretch, but I am studying this phenomena of cellular senescence, and it's something that I think you should consider when it comes to maintaining your body and taking care. We all take our B12 and our vitamin A, B, C, and yada, 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 right? We all do that every single day. But let's start talking about more specific cellular nutrition that can help us eliminate these senescent cells. Because in the end, although they do us favors on the front end, long term they can cause a lot of problems. And let's clear them out before we can move forward with any type of restorative health. And in fact, I'm going to put a link here in the post. You can click on that link. I talk a little bit more about senescence and some compounds that are available to treat senescence, and you can kind of I don't know, maybe make your own decision from there. But thank you for listening. I appreciate it. Stay regenerative. We'll talk soon.